Some things just go together. Wine and cheese, flowers in springtime, and yes, books and bottles. We pair your favorite author with your favorite drink. Your host of Books and Bottles, Benita Johnson.
Hi, welcome to Books and Bottles. I'm your host, Benita Johnson. This is the show where we introduce you to your favorite author and his or her work, and we pair it with your favorite wine. I am so grateful to be back with you for another episode of our great show. Did y'all know this is our third season? So we've introduced you to a whole lot of folks. If this is your first time, welcome to the show. We invite you to share and tell your friends about it, invite folks here. If you've been with us before, we are grateful that you came back, but please share. So, as I shared with y'all before, I say this all the time. I'm always out on social media and I'm meeting people and I'm meeting remarkable authors, and they have really great stories. And sometimes I invite them to the show. I don't invite everybody I meet because I meet about 20 people a day, but I do bring them to the show. So today I'm going to talk to you about a book called Friend Requests, right? Now, all friend requests are good. Y'all know that. So this author is a young lady that I probably met 4 or 5 months ago, but I definitely resonated with her, and I was excited to talk with her and to meet her and to hear her story. So without further ado, I introduce you to Miss Tina Money.
Hi everyone. How are
Hi.
you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm good. How
Oh,
are you?
okay, I'm good. I am so happy to finally meet you. You and I have talked a lot over the last 3 or 4 months, I think.
Yes.
Well, and this is our first time talking. We've been like texting and messenger and everything. So I
Mm.
think when I met you, the book wasn't quite out. And so I told you when the book comes out, I'm gonna buy the book. And I think I bought the book the same day you told me it was out. I said, I want to read your book and I want to have you on my show. So we stayed in contact. So congratulations
Thank
on your
you.
baby. Friend request.
Yes.
So what inspired you? So tell us about you first. What did you do before you were an author?
Wow. I actually worked at a retirement home for
Okay.
20 years. I was
Wow.
I was a cook. I
Okay.
miss my residents, but I had to retire early due to my liver disease.
Okay. Okay. And
And
we're gonna get more into your, what's going on with you and how
mhm,
folks can help. Because I do want, that is very important what you're dealing with.
mhm.
And so then the book was born.
Yes, I had a crazy experience that started with just a simple friend request, turned my life upside down. So I found it therapeutic to write about it.
Okay.
So it really helped me to get past it.
So I'm gonna tell you this book, going through this book, and this is a big book. Like sometimes I have a good friend, I won't call her name because she's been on the show a few times, but she like
Mhm.
joke on us sometimes because we write these pamphlets, right? And she's like, I ordered these books on your show for wrote 7 pages, right? And then want to have a book signing. But I told her about your book. I said, girl, this is a real book. I said, this is a whole lot of pages. And it is a page turner. I
Oh,
cannot
thank
believe
you.
that somebody had to you live this because this was a lot.
Whew. Yes, it was. It really was.
So when did you start writing it?
Um, to be honest, in a hospital, bored during COVID, nothing else to do. So I said, you know what? Let me start writing a book about what happened. And I started writing it on my phone. That's how
Okay.
it started.
So how much of it percentage wise, and this ain't no exact science, how much of it is true?
I knew you was gonna ask that. Well, I would say 75%.
Oh wow.
Yes.
I'm friendly. And so folks,
Mhm.
come through your Facebook and, they start these
Yeah.
conversations. Because usually, like, you'll click something And so like when you're public, you're out there all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, maybe I met that person. They kind of look familiar. So you click,
Exactly.
and then they start talking crazy. Now, for me, you don't have to say but one thing crazy, and I'm going to block you. It's like, nope, I don't know him, and I don't even have this energy. So you had this friend request.
Yes. And everything seemed really cool. He seemed like a nice guy, made me laugh, made me smile. We're just friends, and he just went crazy. It didn't, it's hard to explain. He just went crazy on me.
Yeah, because
But,
you went. I mean, I don't know like which parts aren't true, and I don't like to tell the story because this
hmm
is for real, uh, indie TV production. This is a movie right here, and the folks
that's,
on here are for sure. I mean, you're this person. The Tina in the book was a successful married woman.
mm,
Was lonely because she had this very handsome older husband. He worked a lot. Met King Crazy on social media, and was taken, for a ride. And it's
Ooh,
scary. It's things that can happen for real. And as my grandmother would say if she was here, that Facebook ain't nothing but the devil. That's exactly what
yes.
she would say.
Woo, she never lied.
So, one of the things that connected us, and we'll get back to the book in a second,
hmm
that connected us was I do remember you talking about you started the book because you were in the hospital. Can you tell us a little bit about what was going on with you, health wise?
Well, I suffer from a rare genetic liver disease called polycystic liver. Only 1 in 100,000 people suffer from this disease. And I've been sick for 6 years. I've been on a donor list for 2, but unfortunately, with this type of disease, with the MEL score system, my score is low because it's genetic. So
Okay.
someone with cirrhosis is knowingly drinking themselves to death, they will get a liver quicker than me because of the MEL score
Wow.
system. Yes, it's unfair.
Why is that? I mean, it,
It's it's
why do
based
they
on a
feel like,
score.
okay? So this is the score based on like if they feel like you are you would the person will expire quicker than you may. Is that why?
No,
Okay.
it's weird because the way the liver levels are, it's kind of hard to explain. But that score that I need to be higher is stagnant because I didn't drink to get a bad liver. It's something that just got passed down in my family.
Yeah.
So even though I'm more symptomatic than someone that has cirrhosis, I still can't get that liver unless I get points, extra points. And that's what I'm petitioning the hospitals for, extra points, and looking for a live donor.
Okay. Other than being a donor, is it anything that we could do, our viewers and folks out there, who care about you? Is there anything that we could do to help you get points? I don't quite understand the point system, but is anything we could
Yeah.
do?
Well, if someone really wants to help and they can't be a donor, they can write a letter for me on my behalf.
Okay.
That would be great. But the best thing for people to do is sign up to be a donor.
You
That's the only option, you know.
So, I always had, on my license, and, I don't know if you're supposed to say this
hmm
publicly, but I do. And my family
hmm
knows that, I have on my driver's license, I want to be a donor. And so I also,
Yeah.
I joke, I play a lot. I do a lot of goofy stuff. And I always say, but I don't know what's going to be good because I run this body down.
Uh-huh.
I have a good time while I'm on this planet. But when I met you, I was feeling like I wanted to do something. I wanted to be a
hmm
part of something that made sense and something I could do
hmm
for somebody. And 6 years ago, I think my sister had some challenges, and she has
hmm
half a liver. She had to have
hmm
half of it removed, and she lives a beautiful life, a very productive life, and she's
Wow.
fine. And so and I told you, like in our talks, and I was like, I got to pray about this and I need to talk to my
Mhm.
family. And I talked to my daughter, who is, that's my girl. She's an empath. She feels and she's just
Mhm.
full of love. And she's like, mommy, go ahead and do it. And so
Oh.
I went through, I asked you, what I need to do, and so
Mhm.
you put the card out there. And so I did the pre-screening and that was good. And
Mhm.
so Friday, I went and did part two. And when I got the phone call yesterday that I wasn't a match for you, as I told you, I cried because I really wanted
Oh.
to be there. But what I had said before is that if I wasn't, it was gonna reveal what I needed to do to help me. So I'm not a
Mhm.
match today because
Mhm.
I'm not afraid to say publicly, it was just kind of minor. I am pre-diabetic. And,
Mhm.
so my A1C was 3 points higher than you. I mean, it has to be for you. So,
Yeah.
but I'm working on getting it down. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Because I do, I was already ready to do it. I talked to
That's such a
my boss and it was
beautiful.
like, you're gonna be out for 4 weeks. And I was like, yep. And you know what he said? He said, you don't do nothing here anyway. You might as well stay at home. I was like, say fine with me. So, but I do want to just encourage people, um, if you can, just be
Mhm.
tested.
Yes.
It is a big ask, but you are certainly a beautiful person,
Oh, so are
inside and out.
you.
And
So are
I,
you.
I want you to be here for a long time and
Oh.
write more books like Friend with Crap.
Oh gosh.
Well, look,
Oh.
hopefully nothing like this happened to you again.
Ooh, child. I still have a restraining order on that nut bowl.
Oh my goodness. So that part was true. The part where you had to go to court.
At all? Well,
So was this a person you didn't know this person at all?
he looked familiar. You know where I did know him from the Laugh House, I believe.
Okay.
Comedian. He's a comedian, and
Okay.
I recall seeing his show and remembering that he was funny. So I never really met him up close in person until after that friend request.
Girl, they say watch the ones that make you laugh because they'll make
Woo!
you cry.
Yes, cry ain't the word. Oh my goodness! But luckily, my husband and I got everything back on track, and we're still married and still in love. So what he tried to do, he didn't succeed because it just made us stronger.
That's beautiful. Because a lot of this, because it was nothing you really did, according to the book. It was nothing that was done that, prompted, that level of unstableness and insane
Mhm.
behavior, that was
Mhm.
against your husband. It's just, was somebody's obsession that
Mhm.
turned, really dangerous and, sort of
Yeah.
like, a terror, a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I was stuck in a Lifetime movie. But when I found that prescription, oh, I knew. I said, "Oh no." Mm-mm. I tried
So,
to, stop it right there, but he was already gone.
all right, this is a question that you got to think
Hmm.
for a second. So if this
Uh-oh.
went to a movie screen, who would play you?
Ooh, child. I don't know. That's a good question. Who you think could play me?
I see like a Nia Long.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I
yeah,
see that. I don't
yes,
know. Maybe I can't think of her name. Maybe a Monica Calhoun, but I definitely
oh
see.
yeah.
Yeah, I see that to be able to play
Mhm,
you, professional, and then get. I think Nia Long kind
mhm.
of was in a movie sort of like that, but maybe
She
that's why I'm
was,
seeing her.
she
Yeah, that's why I'm
was.
seeing her. So
But the
what's next?
nut.
You got another book in you?
Oh yeah, I have at least two more. You know,
Okay.
it might be a part two to this because But I had another crazy experience in my life that happened in 2006 that was a little bit more devastating than this. And
So wait, what's the timing of this? What years did this drama start taking place?
That started in 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was still kind of fresh,
Okay.
And in the book, I don't specify that it actually went on longer than what it seemed like in the book. So it was like at least 3 years of complete terror with this man.
So how did you feel like, I mean, I know you had have a restraining order. But like when sometimes like we see on TV, and maybe I watch too much of it, but like when you're in like a hospital, right? And, I mean, I guess during COVID, it was more restrictive. But before that, anybody could walk in a hospital and, have access to you. How was that for you?
I was a nervous wreck. Thought I was hearing things and seeing things, and sometimes it was real and sometimes it wasn't. It was really crazy, But he had a troubled past, so I gather that that's why he behaves the way he behaves, because he suffered from bipolar disorder and manic depression. If I would have knew that from the start, I would have never entertained him.
Yeah, and that's real, and people have to want to manage that. I dated a guy that had it before, and he didn't want to manage it, and there was some episodes. It was like, I could do a lot of things, but I can't do that. So yeah, that's real.
But I'm just happy that my husband, he was by my side and he backed me up, and I just thank God that we're still together and we made it past it,
That's definitely a blessing. That's
Lesson
definitely
learned.
a blessing. So we got to figure out how we're going to get this we're going to get this book onto the screen, because it is a fun, I mean, it's really good. It's intriguing. It kept me engaged the entire time. So I got to take
coming from you, that is such a compliment. Oh, thank you so much.
It kept me engaged. And I mean, and look, I'm going to tell you, everybody knows if there's an Audible version, that's the easiest thing for me. But I took your book, I got it right before my Paris trip. So I was able to, I had 9 hours on that plane. I had time.
Ooh.
Look, each way I had time. So I managed to get through it. And I'm glad it came when it did. So, we do introduce a wine here, and I'm still sipping on my baby. I know folks think, I'm just drinking wine all the time, but I'm only drinking for the show. But so today again, I have my newest baby, exclusive white, about 2 weeks. Exclusive red. I'm sorry. 2 weeks old. It's a red blend of Zinfandel, Syrah, and Merlot. Out of Lodi, California. You can get it at shoecrazywine.com. It ships to 34 states. And if you are in Virginia, you can get it at thevinewineclub.com. So how can we get your book, Tina?
Amazon. It's available on Amazon, and believe Barnes & Noble. I was having a problem with my Barnes & Noble account, but I think it's all the way together now.
Okay. I got it off Amazon, so I know that works, and it came in a day. So how has sales been going for you? Because you have been doing a little something on Facebook.
Yes, I've been trying to promote. I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first book. So I've just been promoting, and the sales they steady so far.
Okay.
Knock on wood. Good.
Well, we're going to encourage people to support you here, and encourage people to, I'm scared to tell them to do a friend request for you.
No, it's fine. I have my page public now, because of the book and the liver disease, so it's fine.
Yeah, and you do, you're very transparent on your page. You talk about your journey. And I will continue to keep you in my prayers, and hopefully there's some comfort. I know you say you're in a lot of pain a lot of times,
Mhm.
and I feel for you, and I hope there's some comfort, and I pray that somebody comes forward and
Mhm.
agree to be a donor for you. So I love
I'm
you,
hoping.
and you are my sister, and you're gonna be good. I already know.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
and when you ink out those next two books, you're gonna be back on the show.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay. So if there are authors out there and you'd like to be on Books and Bottles, please send us an email at info@grod.com. We love to have you. I'd love to read your book. So remember, if you're watching, please share. We want to grow this audience. Until next week, cheers.
Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free